Welcome to Poker Stories Behind the Scene, the podcast where we chat with interesting people from the poker world and share their stories, experiences, and insights. Today, we have a very, very special guest, my friend, Tobi, aka TheJoker, who has been involved in the poker industry right from the start and one of the first collaborators at pokerstrategy.com. He was a high-stakes fixed-limit pro, one of the first renowned black members at PokerStrategy, and even more importantly, he's one of the few people I have to look up to, and most likely the tallest man in the entire poker industry. Tobi, welcome to Poker Stories. Can you start by telling us a little bit about your background and how you got into poker?
Hi, Herbert. Nice to be here, actually. I'm 2 meters 12. And yeah, I moved, I've been working at Poker Strategy from 2006 on, I guess. Yes, after my education, I moved from my hometown to Hamburg, where Poker Strategy was located.
Yeah, so basically, I don't remember exactly when PokerStrategy was founded, but it was late 2005 or even 2006. So you were there right from the start.
Yes,
Is
exactly.
that correct?
We moved in 2005. In I guess it was November, and I started working there in 2006.
Wow, that's crazy. That was basically the poker strategy in the StarCraft forum more than like the poker strategy we knew from later. Uh, so I'm very curious about the early stages of poker strategy and how all that began. So can you enlighten us a little bit? So you moved to Hamburg. So has there been an office where they have been working?
Yes, it was a very tiny office. It was like maybe 3 rooms or something like that. It was basically IT only and some customer service people, maybe 3, 4 people, and the rest was IT. And yeah, a little background story to how I got there.
Yeah.
Um, it's we were mid 20s, beginning of the 20s, our age, and yeah, we were a little bit naive to move to Hamburg. We thought we're just like, oh, we got a weekend, we search for a flat, no problem, it will work out. Maybe you just need 2 or 3 days for a new flat, no problem. But the reality was a little different. In the end, we searched for about 4 to 6 weeks to get to get a flat. So I basically lived in the office for a few days. So yeah, there were a lot of mattresses on the floor because the IT guys were often sleeping there.
Wow.
They were just working 24/7 actually, and sometimes they were out of the office and I could use their mattresses.
So the IT guys obviously were building like the website, but what did you do, or what did customer support do at that stage?
It was just the very beginning, and so nothing actually. It was just here's the office. We are going to start in next month, and the computers were there, but I could in computers, internet, and I could play a little poker then.
So basically you played poker there waiting for something to happen.
Yes, new flat, and yeah, the cool thing was you could already eat there for free. So
Really?
yes, it was very early. That free drinks, everything for free in the very beginning. Um, so yeah, I guess I worked there for in the daytime, and then I pretend to to play poker. And then in the evenings we were alone in the office, and then I got to bed to the floor. Yeah, and then after a few days, it got really crowdy in the office. Like maybe there were 15, 20 people, and I was like a little embarrassing to sleep there. So, so Pius gave me a home. Um, I guess I lived at Pius place for more than 4 weeks,
Okay.
and yeah,
And then you found an apartment.
Yeah, after 4 weeks, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was totally crazy because yeah, new city, new office. I finished my education in my hometown, and it was my first real life job. And yeah, it was pretty decent. Customer service. Yeah, it was a pretty nice start.
Pretty nice start. You mentioned you played poker already back then. Did you play poker before? Because I assume you did.
Yeah, I started in my education in 2004 or something like that.
Okay. Did you start online or more home game stuff with friends, and then
Yeah,
you
just
switched to online?
yeah, online home game, play money. Yeah,
Everything.
and then I received $5 in the past, not 50.
Yeah.
And then I started with it, and yeah, it was I think it was 2005. I received the $5. I don't really know, but I think so. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Did you play fixed limit back then?
Yes, fixed limit.
Yeah.
Full ring was the only thing happening.
Okay. That I was about to ask, because basically in the very early days there was almost no limit hold'em going on, like that
I
game.
don't know, but
Yeah.
we had no strategy articles about it. So it was only fixed limit.
Only fixed
Yeah,
limit.
because
Only fixed limit.
Dominic played fixed limit. He already played like 100, 200, 200, 400 at this time. Yes, so there were only fixed limit strategy. That was it.
Okay, and you basically learned how to play fixed limit with the strategy articles.
Yes, sure. Strategy articles and yeah, learning by playing low stakes or micro stakes. Yeah.
Okay, and then you realized you're pretty good at what you're doing, and you moved up the stakes.
Nah, you didn't need to be good at this point because like the people were capturing every street, and it was like totally crazy.
So basically, you didn't go broke at the beginning.
No,
You just started playing with the $5, and it always went up for
yeah,
you.
we it may be the biggest mistake ever. We all started at PokerStars untracked
Oh,
with the $5. That was the yeah where the, the all the crap started. I guess Dominic received money for new players instead of receiving rake from the players.
okay,
I think so, but I'm not sure. So we all were untracked at PokerStars, but we moved very quickly at like $75 to Party Poker because we
okay,
received a bonus then, and suddenly we had like maybe 150 big bets, and then moved to Party Poker.
okay. And then you grinded on party poker mostly.
Yes, always during work, after work, before work, basically every day. Yeah. Because it was so much fun because you were winning every day because there was no downswing because people were so bad and they had no strategy at all.
Yeah, those were really the good old times. If you couldn't imagine nowadays
No,
how
no,
it was back then.
no,
Like
no.
it was like you played high stakes, basically following the starting hand chart. You had
No,
yeah,
not high stakes, but like mid stakes or something.
mid stakes.
Maybe in 2006 it was 3-6 and 5-10 fixed limit. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So did poker strategy at that time already hire a lot of people, or was it more or less the same team for quite some time? What was your
Same
impression?
team for maybe a year or two.
Okay.
Some people were coming, but you cannot compare it to Gibraltar, for example, where like we have been away for a week and then suddenly you had a new floor or something like that. Yeah.
Uh, okay, okay. So let's talk a little bit about the transition from Hamburg, Poker Strategy Hamburg, to Gibraltar, which happened late 2008, beginning of 2009. So basically, you were the entire time in Hamburg, uh, and and then like, how did the move go, or how did you perceive that?
I guess in 2008 it was forbidden to play online poker in Germany, so the company moved to Gibraltar then. I guess it was only for tax reasons, but it was another reason. But I really don't know. It's my opinion. I really don't know it.
Okay.
So I was always working for customer service, customer support, fraud, something like that. But yeah, the customer service stayed in Hamburg, but all the community managers moved to Gibraltar in 2008. So I had a yeah, I was a VIP player also, and so I asked Dominic to move to Gibraltar, and he was thinking about it because I should stay in Hamburg. Yeah, after all, he decided that I could move with Manuel, maybe what the Portuguese head admin.
Yeah, yeah.
So we moved to Gibraltar, and yeah, it was crazy time.
Do you still remember when you moved exactly to Gibraltar?
Hmm. I guess in the beginning of 2009 or
Okay.
maybe 2008. I really don't know. Something like that.
Because I started in February 2009, and I believe you weren't there at the moment, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, I had a lot of free time. Maybe was traveling or at few black member parties. I really don't know because I've been working from Hamburg too. Although I was living in Gibraltar because I was my wife lived in Hamburg, and I just yeah, I was always traveling to Germany then
Okay,
because
okay, that makes sense. Talking about black members, the famous VIP status on pokerstrategy.com, I believe you were one of the very first players ever to reach that status and become a black member.
mm,
Is that correct?
yes, that's correct. We were like 8 or 9 people in the first black member party, and it
Okay.
was really insane. We first dinner was at Four Seasons in Hamburg, and insane. We had like 12 dishes with 12 different wine plus everything. It was so insane. So it was the best food I've ever been eating. It was like small portion, just like one bite. It was one
One dish, one
one
bite.
dish, one bite. It was really strange because you never seen such things like when you're beginning of 20s, never seen such food. And but it was delicious, and yeah, but we were like drunk after the fourth or fifth dish. We were already drunk because we received different wine for every dish, and maybe a 5-star hotel it must be insanely expensive, but Dominic always has been like very generous, and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I remember one black member party myself in Odessa. I was black member too, but way later than you. And there was like it was a like type of Russian restaurant, and they had like this vodka etiquette. There was one guy at each table with a bottle of vodka, and each time you drank the vodka, he came and refilled it, and I didn't understand the system. I just want to drink and then have it gone, but he continued to refill it, and was like, "Help me, guys! I want that guy to go away." Because I was totally wasted before the main dish even came,
Yeah,
because
that's
the guy
insane,
was
insane.
refilling all the time.
I mean, with wine it's already crazy, but with vodka, wow, I cannot imagine.
Yeah, it was a tough party.
Nice.
Uh, Talking of the early black members, do you still remember some of the guys
Mm,
and their nicknames?
phew. Wow. I mean, I see I see the faces now in front of me, but I really Kobiart was there, I guess.
Kobe Yard?
But
Okay.
I really don't know. I really don't know. Cannot. I must lie to, but I really don't know.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
it was nearly.
It was too much party then.
I mean, it was nearly 17 years ago.
Yeah, it's quite a long time. Um, uh, talking of Kobiat and talking about like the tallest man in the entire poker industry, we have to talk about the prank we did with Kobiat, um, if you remember,
Tell me.
because uh, like the story goes like this. Obviously, like I'm already very tall. I'm 2 meters and three, and you are far taller than me. And sometimes we invited coaches, poker strategy coaches, to the office in Gibraltar, and every time, like because Kobe was saying, no, I'm a tall guy. I'm one. I don't know what he was like, 190 or something, and then we bragged about it, and we said, okay, we take a picture together, and he seemed like a schoolboy between us two, and we posted in the forum, and then everyone was laughing about the situation, because yeah, he seemed like like not a tall guy at all, but he was, but he found his masters so you don't remember that
I
story
really
at
don't
all,
remember.
don't you?
I mean, we were drinking a lot of alcohol these days. We were partying every day, not every day. Like we never pause, especially in Hamburg. Yeah, we were partying. For example, like only Mondays we didn't go out, but any other day,
Why Mondays?
there was nothing going on. Like everybody was at home. There everything was closed and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, Dominic was always crazy at parties. He's always paying everything, and yeah, he was very generous. And yeah, crazy times. The best party time was in Hamburg, definitely.
Oh, that's a steep statement. I only know the parties in Chip, which were quite awesome. So I can only imagine how it was in Hamburg then, like that.
Yes, there were a lot of like VIP areas and a lot of vodka, a lot of everything.
Yeah. So we talked about Hamburg already, and like you moved to Chip. Like how did you perceive your move there? Like was everything normal, or was Chip like Hamburg for you, or what did change for you?
First of all, the company still very generous, paid everything. They moved my stuff there and paid everything. So it was very easy. I just chose some flats online first, where we want to go with my friend Manuel. Yeah, it was like a dream actually. Lived next to the beach, had a pool, very nice life.
But
Um,
did you live first in Gibraltar?
no,
No.
in Spain, next to the border.
Okay, you that was Alcadesa where you were living,
Yes,
right from the start.
yes,
So
yeah, right.
yeah, yeah.
Until the
Uh,
end.
until the end, until the very end. I still remember the building. Uh,
Yeah, you were often there actually.
yes, yes, very often for the nice barbecues and stuff. But
Every day barbecue.
uh, so uh, like living like in Hamburg and living in Alcadesa, the Spanish side near the beach, like what did change for you in terms of lifestyle, your view on life, or was everything the same? Like you continue to life as it was.
In Hamburg, it was like a lot of partying and a lot of staying at home, playing poker, and never go out in daytime. It's just grinding, and it was Hamburg. It was living in the floor in the flat actually. And yeah, Spain is totally different. There's beaches, bars, everything. You can go out every day, sunshine every day, no rain, nothing. Yeah, it was nice
Yeah,
weather.
yeah, that's quite a difference. So did you have troubles with the hot climate in Spain?
Mm, no, actually, just after 2 or 3 years, then it was getting really bad because in the first year we always been outside every day. Our skin was very brown, stuff like that. But then maybe in the third year we all like white, super whitish guys because we got fed up. We didn't want to go out anymore. It was yeah, it's boring to go to the sun.
I see. I see. So I wanted to ask you that before already. So if I would ask about the most memorable party you had, like in the entire like time when you have been in the poker industry, would it be a Hamburg party, or would it be the Black Mamba party you mentioned before, or would it be a different event? Like what's the best party ever you remember?
You remember, it's nice.
Yes, yes. Focus on remember.
Black member parties were nearly every black member party was awesome. There's no like better or worse. Maybe one party, like the second party was really bad because I had a bad hotel or something like that. But if, I could not say which one was better or best. Yeah, pretty much everything was awesome. But there's no special event where I can remember or something like that.
Okay.
It was really a lot of party. Yeah, and it's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, indeed. When we talk about this, sometimes I reflect, and it seems like it was yesterday because the memories are still like vivid. But then, like if you try to remember some details or some dates or what you did, then the memory becomes a little bit blurry.
Yeah, when I heard the podcast of Clemens, by the way, I didn't know Clemens at all because the poker strategy office was so big in Gibraltar. But when he talked about Gibraltar and stuff, and yeah, a lot of memories came up, and yeah, it was really nice to hear. But we could talk about memories like in the podcast for the next 10 hours. It could, it is, yeah, it could be, it's crazy. Crazy to think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about some of the stuff we did. Um, and I wanted to come back a little bit more on your early poker career. So you played fixed limit most of the time. You played high stakes, and I remember you tried switching to tournaments to PLO as well. Like how did that go,
Yeah,
or why did?
because we realized that the game was dying actually because the smaller stakes were racks only, and you could only play at like 50, 100. At these times were only fish at the tables. But then, yeah, I realized, yeah, there's no future in the game. You realized it very quickly. Yeah, I didn't try hard to switch to Omar or something like that because I realized I put so much time into fixed limit. I cannot put so much time in a different game. It won't work. There's no time for it, especially when you have a relationship. And yeah, I always had a yeah, long time. How do you call it? Long distance relationships. Uh, and after we were in Spain, it was like a relationship with a wife at home or girl at home, and playing poker and going to work. It's so difficult, and maybe you know that too.
Yes, yes. It
If you're single, and if I were single all the time, and maybe I would have studied another poker game, but it was just not possible.
Yes, that's what happens with the poker lifestyle, so to say, or the lifestyle you have to choose if you want to become a good and or very good poker professional. It's like you have to dedicate almost your entire energy, your soul into
Yes,
the game,
every day,
and you
24/7. That's the
it's
thing.
24/7. You need to be on top of your game. You need to improve your game, and you need like the liberty to choose like your sessions
Yes,
freely.
yes, yes, I
Like it,
understand. Especially when you have to grind like for like a rake race or something like that. You need to grind 4 weeks straight.
yeah.
There's nothing else. You have to do this. There's no like I pause for one day or something like that. That's not working.
Yes, yes. I tried a lot. Like, but, there are some players, they play 1 hour, then they make 5 minutes break, then they play another hour, and then they have like a regular 8 to 5 job playing poker, and that never worked for me. And last week we talked to Grajik, a Russian PLO high stakes player, and I asked him how do you approach high stakes sessions, and what he said was like, yeah, like I have a clear game plan. Um, I stop when I lose 4 buy-ins, but then when I lose 4 buy-ins, I continue playing, and and that reminded me a little bit of me trying to like put the poker profession like in a regular work which would be compatible with friends or other projects. I was never able to, and it's very difficult
Yes.
to achieve a routine or stuff, a routine other than waking up and going straight to the poker tables and grinding until you fall asleep. Um, okay, I see that. Um, what would you say was your most famous opponent at the poker tables? You played a lot of high heads up too, if I remember. Uh, who was the most famous guy you played against?
Most famous guy. Yeah, I was. It was a special night again. We were like, it was. I guess it was in Hamburg. I don't know. I don't know. No, it was in Gibraltar. Yes. I just remember I just played heads up 200 400, and it was definitely a shot. But I just sat down there with like 5 big bets because I was super drunk and I barely could see the monitor and yeah. But actually, I have never lost in those drunk sessions. It was pretty scary. Yeah.
That
So and it was 6 or 7 in the morning, and then Kobiat wrote me at Skype. So, hey, do you know who you're playing? I really don't know. I'm drunk. It was like I don't know how you call it, Hazu. I don't know. Uh, it was by far the best Russian fixed limit player at this time.
oh yeah, yeah.
Um, and yeah, it was. I really thought I won like 100 big blinds against him, and I just I played with him like 10 minutes, and then he quit on me, and I went to bed. That was what I was thinking.
Okay, okay.
So I told everything in the company. Yeah, I crushed him so hard. Yeah, but it was not the case. I just won like 20 big bets or something like that. But he quit. It was pretty decent hands, and yeah, maybe he realized that it's not. Yeah, I'm not that bad, and yeah, he doesn't want to grind it back or something like that. So he quit. But actually, I played 100, 200 heads up 2 tables simultaneously, and a lot of other tables, 100, 200, and yeah. So all the winnings were from other tables, not from him. But I actually played him once, so it was nice.
So you ran well
Yes,
with
I ran
alcohol.
really well. I just tracked my poker tracker afterwards, and I was like, "Whoa, now it's nice hits," something like that. Yeah.
So it was Hasu. And uh, I'm curious. You were never like you were really a good fixed limit player. I remember like I watched you a lot playing, and I didn't get a stuff like what you are doing sometimes. But you never coached someone. Is there a particular reason behind this?
I couldn't understand coaches at all because they were giving up all their knowledge to other people for free or like for a few pennies. I didn't understand it because why are you doing this?
Okay. Okay. So you never coached anyone because you didn't want to give up like the secrets you knew,
Yes,
your
yes,
edge,
yes,
basically. Yeah.
exactly. That is all about coaching. Of course, I coached for private coaching and for free. I always did it for friends or something like that, but never in public. And I was not like a publicity guy or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You tried to teach me fixed limit, but your talent was wasted on me. I never got like fixed limit was the big miracle for me.
Yeah, I didn't read many articles. I just learned from Jonas Sheep, maybe the best fixed limit player ever alive in Germany. No, he coached me so many sessions, and
Okay.
without him, it would not have been possible.
Okay. Do you have any anecdotes from life in Gibraltar from the for the poker office? you would like to share? Something funny, hilarious, outstanding.
Just the growth of poker strategy itself. It was so crazy. I mean, we moved with like 10 people to JIP from Hamburg, the the community managers, and yeah, me from customer service. Yeah, that was it. 10 people, and we were in the beginning in a very small office, then moved to Europlaza, or what was it? I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it was Europlaza. Before it was water, water. How was it called? Waterhole stuff. Yeah,
Garden? I don't know.
water gardens.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that near the casino. I remember the old office,
Okay.
which was really small. And then, like, yeah, we moved to the other place. I don't recall that.
Yeah,
Uh,
just for example, I've been away then for like 2 months, and then I came back. We had normally one floor, and afterwards we had like 3 floors, and it was like, what is going on here? And still everything was free, like eating, drinking. It was really crazy.
mhm. Talking about crazy, I know you like a lot steak and your barbecues, but do you have some recommendations, or do you still remember some of the places where you ate some steaks or some specialities?
Yeah, there was this the Spanish bar, Patagonia, I guess.
Oh yes,
There
yes.
was so good the steak, and the it was a Argentinian guy, I guess, and wow, it was insane. We were eating a lot there, I guess.
Yeah, we've been there a lot. I still remember this beach bar. Where was it in Alcadesa, which was only open in the summer,
Oh
where we
yes,
went often.
yeah.
Do you still remember how it was called? Because I couldn't remember.
Uh, no, I don't remember, but I remember that we were there every day.
Yes,
Every day steak from the grill and
that
from the
was quite
barbecue.
embarrassing almost.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really nice. Like nice view, nice. They were. We went there always very late at 9 or 9:30 or 10. They always stayed open for us, and yeah, and we received some nice shots afterwards. It was really good.
so you could quit poker, didn't you?
Yes, because of fixed limit. Fixed limit just died in like 2011. It was like
Yeah.
always going down, and you realize like you always have to put just more effort in it, and it was a lot before already, and you see there were no fish anymore, and stuff like that. And as I told you, I didn't want to learn anything else. It was too, yeah, the time was not on my side. And yeah, it was just I went back to Germany in 2011, and then I quit. Yeah, it was very easy decision, but it was not no easy decision to leave Alcadesa and stuff like that. You left first, by the way. Then we had to move to.
I still remember like your place because there was uh, bushes of rosemary
Yes, yes.
all the time. Like because like I used to buy that all the time, and then every time I went to your place when we did barbecue, I grabbed like some of the bushes which were like it was like
Yeah, they're really tall,
all for
like
free.
10 or 20 square meters of it. I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy, and yeah, I still remember that, and some of your barbecues too on your terrace.
Yeah, when we had time, we basically did it every day. It was really nice because it was, yeah, you could do it on the balcony, and it was fine.
Um, I forgot one question before about your nickname, which is the Joker. Is there a special meaning behind it, or
No, I actually had another name before. It was
okay?
Dino Omi. So when it all got a little bit more serious, and I was like, I don't know, Dino Omi sounds so stupid. It's like your Omi, your grandma
Yeah.
in in English. And I was like, no, I need to choose something else. And they allowed me to change my nickname at Poker Strategy. Like it was like the only only change ever, I guess. um, Yes, so I don't know. It was like a quick decision, and the Joker I just picked from a random card game, and I saw the Joker. I don't know. It was no meaning.
No meaning at all. Uh, okay, okay. And what was your favorite poker platform back then? Was it Stars? Was it Party? Uh,
Party poker and yeah, iPoker.
and iPoker because
Yeah,
of the games itself, of the software.
yes, of course. And in the beginning, that at fixed limit, of course. Maybe there's a funny story with a Titan Poker CEO. Maybe from Hamburg. You want to hear it, or?
Definitely, definitely. I don't know that one. I don't remember. But go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, it was maybe 2006, 2007. I really don't know the dates. The Titan Poker CEO was at the office in Hamburg, and we went out partying with him and Dominic and some other guys. And on that day, I remember we all were sober, and we were like, it was 10 in the evening, but very early. We all were sober, and yeah, Enrique decided to, yeah, let's go to the strip club. Why not? I was like, yeah, my girlfriend is here with me. I just know her for 1 week. Uh, let's go to the strip club. Very good idea. So we were at a table dance bar, and everybody was sitting around, and we were really sober. Nobody wanted to be there, but we wanted to show the CEO of Titan Poker, hey, we can go party with what we just do in Hamburg. We go to a strip club. And then we were just standing there or sitting there and totally sober again. I have to say this because it's so rare.
Yes.
So the girl wanted to interact with anybody, so I was standing at this time, and she was like, "Oh, you're so tall. Let's start with you." And she rubbed her tit into my face and was like, "Oh, that's not funny at all." It must be a stupid picture for them to see me like, what is he doing there? Or something like that. And especially my girlfriend, now wife, was sitting next to me, and actually she was laughing, so it was good. But it was a really weird experience, and I've never been to a strip club again, I guess. Yeah, it was just then afterwards we went partying, but it was such a weird story and situation. I was like, it's maybe it's not funny for when you listen to it, but
No, yeah. It sounds like a really strange story, which happens sometimes. Like you want to impress someone or want to go
yeah,
to a
exactly.
special
They
place.
they want to impress the guy, and it was like such a strange and weird situation, and especially for me. But the table dance girl was so happy. Oh, you're so tall! I can do everything with you, and it was was like nice, but it's not again.
Yeah, sometimes weird stuff happens. I remember one Black Member party. I don't know where it was. I believe in Porto, and we had a local guide, and he brought us to a sort of underground discotheque, like really weird stuff, like in an old fabric. And like no one really liked it because it was a really weird place. Like people were dressed really strangely. The music was like yeah, I can't even name the genre. It was just like crazy,
Okay.
and we were in there, and no one knew what to do. It was so loud you couldn't talk, and everyone then went for the drinks because we had these vouchers to get drinks, and everyone drank, but no one really enjoyed it, and it was a, a, a long weird moment
So,
until we left. Until we
sometimes
left.
party goes wrong.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because we all were more like a broad armchair or like a lounge to chill and listen to music and drink. But that was like really stressful. The music was like
Hard,
hardcore,
tough
yeah,
stuff.
really hard. And yeah, sometimes that happens. Did you have any other funny stories with CEOs of big companies? Hi guys, this is Herbert from the future. We did indeed have a couple of anecdotes, really nice ones, but we decided to exclude them from the podcast. We might consider releasing it in the future on our Patreon page, but not yet. So you will miss this. So at this moment, we will skip to the next interesting point in the interview. Have fun. So, Toby, let's come back to your time at Hamburg because I'm very much interested in the details. So, how did you, when you had your apartment, how did you go to the office? How long did you stay there? And what did you do actually at the office?
Yeah, in the beginning, the office was at a different place, and I just had to go there by bike, like 15, 20 minutes by bike. But to be honest, I drove by bike maybe 5 times in a year or so, and then I took the taxi because I was so lazy and yeah, something like that. Yeah, in the beginning it was just customer service plus the starting capital. When we switched from the $5 to $50, then yeah, it was all manual transfers. So you did yeah, ID checks and fraud, and then you yeah, paid the players, and yeah, they could start a new life or not, or a nice five minutes.
Yeah, yeah, that sometimes happened for sure. Do you remember like any special cases in customer service in the early days, or what were the requests? It
Yeah,
was basically all around
it
the
was
starting
just
capital.
standard requests like how do I find the strategy articles? How do I get there? Do I have to do for to get the money and stuff like that? But my former boss was really nice to me because I always I always have been late at the office because I was playing like till late, like 5, 6 in the morning, and they normally start at 8, 8 or 9 o'clock. So I never made it that
So
early.
when did you arrive then?
At 3 in the afternoon. And then you always called me at like 1 o'clock. Hey Toby, do you like to come to work maybe? And I was like, yes, 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 yes. And I just woke up and yeah, still drunk and stuff like that. Um, yes, and so basically, at some day the office moved to another place. It was really funny because Hamburg is a big city, right? So the office moved one street. It was then one street away from my apartment. They moved one,
Oh, really?
just one. Yeah,
Really?
I just could walk like 2 minutes to the office then.
That was a nice coincidence. That was the funny building with the entrance barriers. I vaguely remember it. It was like a small building,
No, no,
no?
yeah, it was, yeah, but it was like with 2 or 3 storages. No,
Floors,
floors,
yeah, two or
floors.
three floors, yeah.
Yeah.
That I remember. I went there um, for my interview.
Ah,
Uh,
okay, nice. Yeah, it
uh,
was like my second home because, as I told you, we could drink and eat every time. So I never went grocery shopping or something like that. I lived from the office like 24/7.
no need to go home
No need to go home. And
when there's food in the office.
at this time I could work at night too. So I could do customer service at night. So I was working till 3 in the night or 4 in the night. It was okay. Because when I just came to work at 8 in the evening or something, it was rarely, but it occurred sometimes. But yeah, it was very free. Like all other guys at Focus Strategy, we're not like working straight a 9 to 5. It was not like that. It was like we're working a few hours, then we had billiard, darts, and everything in the office in Hamburg. It was just like at 2 o'clock, everybody was playing there, and hey, what are you doing here? I was just playing here. It was okay. It's just normal at work. Okay. Yeah, but they all stayed at till 10 o'clock in the evening. It was like it was normal for them just to work whenever they want to. Yeah,
Yeah, that's basically like how startups work now. That they put a billiard table and all that stuff. But
yeah. But
back,
it was in 2005. So
yes, yes, back then that was really a revolution.
yes, it was really crazy, new to everyone. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
talking about collaboration, like has there already been like the internal forum back then? communicate?
Yes, there was. But
So
yeah, but it was like we could only for some external employees, but most of them we could just talk to each other.
yeah,
It was in the
yes.
office.
That makes sense. And if you remember a little bit the atmosphere, even with the customers or clients like you were dealing with, was it a friendly atmosphere?
Very friendly. Yeah, there was no. Just a few people were angry when they didn't get the money or something like that because some ID check failed for them and yeah, something like that. But yeah, it was an easy job. It was a good opportunity for me to get rid of poker. Just do some. Yeah, I don't want to do. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to say like stupid job, like something where you don't have to think. But it was a nice job just to do something else but poker. It was good. Something else.
Yeah, so sometimes it's a good balance doing something other than playing poker.
Yes, exactly. And the other black members asked me, "Why do you work at Poker Strategy? Why do you do this?" And yeah, that was the reason.
Yeah, balancing things out. So, you don't play poker anymore, or do you sometimes,
No,
occasionally?
not for no more than 10 years now. Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, I quit 6 years ago, and I only played once, and I regretted it after half an hour.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it in the podcast, I guess.
Yeah, I told the story, which is really stupid and fishy, like trying to. Uh,
Yeah, you just imagine that the people are so good at low stakes. They've never been so good at high stakes in the past. So,
no, yeah. That was my impression because I wanted to like run over the low stakes, and then I realized that this guy are playing better than I was. And
yeah. Imagine I don't know how long online poker exists, but maybe in the early 2000s would have been crazy. Like in 2001, 2002, maybe that would have been, it must have been crazy. I don't know.
yeah, I just remember some videos from 2008 or something, and still no one knew how to play. That's insane. And even like 2001 or two, yeah, we would need a time machine for that. That would be.
Yes, don't erase our memories.
Okay. Any other funny stories from Hamburg or some?
There are a lot of stories, but on that short notice, I cannot remember actually.
Yeah, each time you remember, you write it down, and
Yes.
when you reach 5 memories, I'll I'll invite you again
Great.
because
Yeah, let's do this. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it could take a
that
while, but yeah.
that will definitely be worth it. Uh,
Yeah, great.
no, no doubt about that. So I believe that's all for today's episode of Poker Stories Behind the Scene. Thank you, Tobi. And to everyone else, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all our latest interviews. And of course, if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to message us or send us a voice message on Spotify or the podcast platforms, or reach out on social media. Even if you want to participate, you're like a former poker player and so on, we would love to have you on the show. So thank you again,
Thank you, Herbert.
Tobias.
Thank you, Herbert. It was very nice talking to you.
And talk to you soon when you
When you
reach
remember.
your when you remember. That's perfect. Okay,
Okay, have a nice
so
day.
you too. See you next time.
Bye.